What's going on, y'all? This is Lo.
This is Key and we're Low Key.
Welcome back, you guys.
Welcome back.
Gonna drop y'all some quick heat. You know what I'm saying? Today we talking about you have to see your own way out.
What you mean?
This morning, me and my wife was talking about 1D, 2D, 3D, tesseracts, shit like that, right? And we had a later discussion about a certain topic, and it came to my realization that just how a person, organisms living on a one-dimensional plane, they can't fathom a two-dimensional plane, and the beings in the two-dimensional plane could see everything that's going on in the one-dimensional space. Just like we can see everything that's going on in a two-dimensional space, but they can't fathom us. I say that you have to see your own way out because there are people who've been through certain things that you haven't been through yet. And all through your life, people tell you certain things that you don't understand. You can't even wrap your mind around the concept to understand it because you haven't ascended to that level yet. And you know once you get to that level, because your mind will think back, that's what that meant. Oh, that was true, that when that dude told me that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Or I should have listened to that right there. So there's people who knows how to pull you out of your situation. They are looking down into your situation. They are looking through your situation as simple and obvious. You know what I'm saying? But just because they can see it, you can't fathom their foresight because your mentality is on a wavelength that doesn't serve you on the next level. So when people say you have to think above the order to solve the problems that you have right now, just because people above you know your situation and how they overcome your situation, you have to see your own way out. Because you can't begin to wrap your mind around the information that they're giving you because you're not trying to think on their level. So even though what they telling you is obvious, man, you gotta do this, do this, do this. You thinking like, man, it's less like telling a kid about some stock market or about how fast life gonna go. The kid is like, nigga, well, I'm a kid, but you can't even begin to think. So I say that to say, there's nobody that's really there to help you really out of your situation but God. And your ability to seek wise counsel and force your mind to think on a higher elevation. What you think? Am I making sense or no?
Yeah, you have to see it for yourself before you do anything, and be open to listening to what you need, what it takes to get out of what you're in. Like, a lot of times we don't want to listen to people because those people really have been through what you're going through right now. But the only reason why they're in a different situation is the mindset. So you have to shift your mind and see yourself like already out of it. It's hard to do that in the moment when you wrapped up in your ego, your emotions, you angry, you frustrated, and you don't see a way out for yourself because you really haven't even thought about it. So you gotta see it before you even do anything. You gotta see it for yourself.
How? Like,
You gotta.
we know that if a person is thinking on a certain thing, and there's people that you know that's below you, say like children or somebody that's going through something that you overcame, you can see down and into their issue and you know exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what advice would you give that person to be able to raise their consciousness? Because the answers that what you telling them to do, they can't understand, comprehend it. So what do you think the best course of action is for a person to raise the dimension of their thinking?
You gotta know you worth it. You gotta know that you're able to get out of the situation. You gotta, I think once you gotta tell yourself, like, oh, it's a way out of this. You gotta tell yourself, I gotta seek counsel. I gotta seek the answer. Because it's not just gonna fall out the sky.
Absolutely not.
And you just wake up one day and then somebody tell you something. But when you put your mind on it, you gotta, because a lot of times it's the confidence. Like, we don't believe we deserve the thing, or we don't believe that it's a way out of it. You gotta hit the lottery to become a millionaire. You gotta sue somebody to become this wealthy person. Like, that's not true. But the only way around that is you gotta tell yourself something different. Something has to change in order to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Because if you keep doing it the same way, you're gonna keep getting the same results.
Straight like that.
And you gotta be open. You gotta be open to other ideas, other things, and not be closed off and stuck in just one way of thinking.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
That's what it is. I agree. The worst thing you could do if you operate in two-dimensional thinking, you a stick figure walking on a piece of paper like, damn, how do I get over the wall? The worst thing to do is to be hanging around a bunch of other damn stick figures who's looking at the same shit you looking at.
Waiting on you to figure it out.
Waiting on you to figure it out.
So they can go behind you.
You need to look for three-dimensional thinkers. You know what I'm saying? And those who are three-dimensional thinkers, you need to up and up. Like, it never stops. So environment is key. Once you surround yourself, you'll begin to understand and comprehend the next level. Like, you gotta get around people who is moving on another level.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
You got something else?
No, so you get around those people that's moving on another level and change your mindset.
Know that you worth it.
You are.
Because you got to know that you worth it in order to seek wise counsel. If you don't know that you worth it, you'll never go and do the counseling part or expending the energy to get it, because you don't believe it's possible. So first you got to know that you worth it. Mm-hmm. Like you said. Mm-hmm. And then anesthetize, surround yourself around people who think on a higher vibration than you.
Absolutely.
I'm low.
This is Key, and we're lucky.
Peace.